My 78-year-old grandma sent a voice note to the family group chat that said, "Tomorrow at noon, bring your secrets or I'll bring them for you." I was folding laundry when my grandma Odie sent a voice note to the family group chat, 11 seconds long. All it said was, "Tomorrow at noon, bring your secrets or I'll bring them for you." My grandma Odie is 78, and she has never bluffed about anything. When she told my Uncle Vernon she'd sell his motorcycle if he parked it on her lawn again, she sold it the next morning to his neighbor for $1. So when Odie said, "Bring your secrets," every single person showed up. The living room was packed. My dad Harmon, my mom Zia, my brother Tate, Tate's girlfriend Lena, my aunt Goldie, Goldie's husband Declan, and me. Odie's parrot Captain sat on the curtain rod, watching us like a judge. Odie walked in carrying a shoebox. She set it on the coffee table and sat down in her recliner. Every holiday, every birthday, every dinner, someone in this room is pretending. I'm 78. I don't have time for pretending. So we're playing a game. She opened the shoebox. Inside were folded pieces of paper. Before everyone arrived, I asked each of you to write down one thing you've never told the family. These are your answers. She picked up the first one. This one says, "I've been sober for 9 months, and I've been too scared to tell anyone because I didn't think you'd believe me." She looked up. "Who wrote this?" Silence. Then my Aunt Goldie raised her hand. Her eyes were red. "It's mine." Goldie had struggled with drinking for 15 years. The family had stopped believing her. She'd said she was doing better so many times the words stopped meaning anything. But 9 months. She was shaking. Odie nodded. "I believe you." Goldie started crying. Declan put his arm around her, crying too. Odie picked up the second paper. This one says, "I dropped out of college 6 months ago, and I've been pretending to go to class every day because I'm afraid Dad will stop loving me." Tate stood up, looked at my dad. "I sit in the campus library from 8 to 3 every day, so my location looks right on the family tracker. I eat lunch alone. I don't know what I want to do with my life, and I'm terrified that makes me a failure." My dad walked over, grabbed him by the shoulders. "I don't care if you ever go back. I love you the same." Tate collapsed into him and sobbed. Lena was wiping her eyes. Odie let them have a moment. Then the third paper. This one says, "I've been paying for my daughter-in-law's cancer treatments without telling anyone because she asked me not to." Nobody moved. Then my mom Zia raised her hand, looking at the floor. "I was diagnosed 14 months ago, stage 2. I didn't want anyone to worry. Odie's been paying for everything. I asked her not to tell." The room stopped breathing. My dad turned to my mom. "14 months? You've been going through this alone?" She shook her head. "I wasn't alone. I had Odie." My dad looked at his mother. "You knew?" Odie looked at him steady. "She asked me to keep it private. That's what you do when someone trusts you." My dad sat down slowly, processing something too big for one moment. I was in the corner, hadn't said a word, because my paper was still in the box. Odie picked up the fourth one, read it silently, then looked at me. This one says, "I got accepted to a program abroad, and I leave in 3 weeks, and I haven't told anyone, because every time I try to talk about my future, this family makes it about someone else's problem." Everyone looked at me. My voice was small. "I got into the culinary program in Lyon. Full scholarship. I leave on the 28th. Odie smiled. First real smile of the meeting. "Well, it's about damn time someone in this family learned how to cook." Everyone laughed. Not big laughs, the kind that come out when you've been holding your breath for an hour. Odie closed the shoebox. This family's problem was never the secrets. It was that nobody felt safe enough to say them out loud. She stood up. "I'm making lunch. If anyone wants to help, the kitchen's open." She walked out. Captain the parrot ruffled his feathers and said one word. He'd been taught it years ago as a joke, but the timing was perfect, he said finally. Tate laughed first, then Goldie, then all of us. We followed Odie into the kitchen. All of us. First time that had ever happened.